Hey guys, and welcome to There's a New Tank Available somehow in the game, so here's new video. And today I will be talking to you about the Titan-54d, and this is basically what it looks like, but there's a few things that are pretty special about this tank, and of course I'm going to show that to you because the first part of that is this consumable. It's called Dynamic Armor System, and basically while it's activated it means that everyone that shoots you does 10% less damage from any shell, so that's basically anything. You have to keep in mind that the duration here, it shows 70 seconds and a cooldown of 52. That depends on the equipment that you run on it, so you have to look at what it does for you with your equipment setup that you generally use on tanks. It is quite a nice tank, to be fair, and I hate the way that this thing is in game because now it's time for the general rant about crates and everything. This isn't just in crates, this is in lockboxes, which basically means that, oh, you have to play to get a lockbox and then you have to buy keys in order to open it, and then you still won't get what you want, because the drop rate of this tank is actually 3%. So you have to play to get the crate, then you have to buy the keys, you have to pay for to open them, and then there's a 3% chance of you actually getting the tank. So I really always hate these kind of crates. Of all the crates that we've got in the game, I dislike these the most. That being said though, with the special consumable that it does, basically like I said, it means that people do 10% less damage to you from any shell. So basically ramming damage should not be included in that. I'm not sure if it is, but yeah, like I said, it shouldn't be. That being said though, overall, you've seen me bounce a few shots now. I do not think that is that much of a useful addition to the tank or to the game as a whole. I've never been a fan of consumables that do these sort of things, but in this case also, like, the tank is fine. It doesn't need this consumable, but it looks so cool when you use it though, because then basically it's animated, so your shields change, your whole armor profile changes, and it doesn't actually add extra armor. I have to really keep that in mind. It all only means that people do less damage when they shoot you, but as long as they're not shooting you, that means that it's quite useless. So that's mainly my my evaluation of the consumable itself, because personally I'd rather have an extra repair kit so that I can repair myself if I get tracked, rather than needing to use this and then be tracked and have less damage done to me but have more shots into me. Basically I have like animation of it later on where you can see it in peace without basically polluting the gameplay, but you're also polluting the air when you're driving this, so there is that as well. Now, for the stats, I am going to go over them with you briefly. I'll summarize a little bit, because overall this tank is a nice little hybrid between the Type 54 lightweight and the Type 59. And that's one of the things that I probably like it, because I'm not that big a fan of the lightweight. I am a big fan of the Type 59. And in this case, like, this is a nice mixture, so it really works. I always try to find like this balance about how to do the stats thing, so I'm going to try something else today, and that's basically the DPM of the Titan is 1883, which is worse than the lightweight and better than the Type 59. The pen is 207, which is better than both. The alpha is 310, which is better than both, which means that the rate of fire is 6.07 and the reload is 9.88, of both of which are of course worse than the lightweight and the Type 59, because basically if you do bigger booms then you also have longer reloads, so that makes sense. The caliber is 100 for all three. The shell velocity is better than the lightweight and the Type 59 at 1015. The aim time is 1.79, which is also better than the other two. The dispersion is the same as the lightweight at 0.355, but slightly better than the Type 59. And the gun depression is 7 degrees, well, the gun elevation is 20 degrees, which is the same for the Type 59, but the lightweight has worse. The aiming arc, of course, is 180 degrees for all. It goes 45 kilometers forwards, 19 kilometers backwards, which is worse than the Type 59 and the lightweight. Of course, those are more mobile. And that also, like, the engine power is only 577, which basically means that the power to weight ratio is 16.43, which is slightly better than the Type 59, but a lot worse, of course, than the lightweight. This is not a light tank, so you have to keep that in mind. The camo while standing still is 29%, while after shooting it is 7%, which are both better than the Type 50, lightweight and the Type 59. But while standing still it is 22% for the Titan and 5% after shooting, which is worse than the lightweight, because the lightweight has those light things, basically meaning that you don't lose camo ratings after shooting. So you have to keep that in mind as well. It's, like I said, it's not a light tank. Then the view range is 260, which is the same as the Type 59, but slightly better than the lightweight. And the HP is 1380, which is better than both the lightweight and the Type 59. The turret armor is 170 in the front, 110 in the side, and 55 in the rear, which is better than the lightweight but worse than the Type 59. And the hull armor is 90 in the front, which is better than the lightweight but worse than the Type. And on the sides it is 55 and in the rear it is 40, both of which are worse than the lightweight and worse than the Type 59. So that's basically like a new thingy that I try to sort of like not get stuck into the stats all too much, so that we can focus on the tank itself more. Because the thing is, like, you see me bounce quite a few shots, and that's not because of this consumable, because this consumable, again, it does not add armor. It just means that they do less damage when they do pen you. But in my opinion, this tank bounces enough shells on its own. It does not need to have less damage done to it. Again, I feel that a second repair kit would be a lot more useful than this. That being said though, I kind of dislike that it doesn't add armor, or that it's not that useful, because the animation of it is really cool, and I like the way that it works. I like the way that it looks, even though it looks like you're really polluting the air and everything. Like I said, I've got footage for you for that. I did it twice in a training room so that I could show you properly without it being polluted by the gameplay, and yeah, that is a pun again. Anyway, I kind of like the tank. I hate that it's in lockboxes. I hate that you need to buy keys in order to get open lockboxes that you play for and all of that. But like the whole consumable itself, it does look pretty nice. It does look really fun. And it's got that thing that the Titans do. Like, all the Titan tanks have something special like this overall. And I kind of like that. But at the same time, when the drop rate of a tank is 3%, I'm probably going to hold out and just wait for it to come back another time, or for gold or something, because this is honestly a horror way to have to get a tank. Overall though, that's my review of the tank that I like but probably won't get, and that's this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time again. Bye bye!